Sundays don't get much bigger or better for two footy clubs today. Carlton taking on Hawthorn. Both can still play finals. Both need to win today. And it is a sunbathed MCG for it. It's going to be a perfect day. 19 degrees for McDonald's Room Hot Water. Triple M rocks football. The Bulldogs play later as well. They're at the bottom end of the 8. We'll speak to Ash Tour at the end of this first segment to figure out who plays finals, who plays next week, where, why, and all the machinations, which seems to be the boom word at the moment. But as I work my way around the box, before I do that, we've got Brett Ratton coming up to speak to before this massive game. But Daisy Thomas joins us as always. 100 games Carlton, 100 games Collingwood, and at least 197 of them were brilliant.
Couldn't agree more, Brownie. What a beautiful day for footy, though. The sun is out walking in across the bridge there. People everywhere. Has got a little finals-like buzz about it. Certainly the feel with the weather, but also the excitement here. And it's going to be a packed house, so can't wait for this one.
There's the pep in the step of Jay-Z as he comes closer to owning the Herald Sun and the number one gig there. And he's trying to white ant Robbo, and he wants to be the main man. And we're right behind him.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for your support, Brownie. I appreciate that. Today's an absolute humdinger, isn't it? There's a buzz outside, a big crowd, 82,000 expected. Could even be a little bit more than that with the sun shining. So I can't wait for that. And I'm looking forward to speaking to a certain someone in our box who had a big day yesterday. And I'm sure we'll get to that shortly, Brownie.
And the man that moves black market meat is Stevie Johnson. I tell you what, you want anything in this world, Stevie J has it.
That's right, Nath. How good are the conditions? A real humdinger, I'm told. So I'm just glad to get through security today. I'm aware that Albo might be in the house.
Did the guy down the gate tell you the same
I had
thing?
to get out of the car.
He said Albanese has lifted the threat level, so everybody has to get out of their car.
Yeah, first time ever.
Did you get a car park?
I always get a car park,
Oh,
Dale.
geez, that must be nice.
What you didn't have any knives on you.
He took two travellers. Took two travellers out of my car.
You're not allowed to bring alcohol in. I've had them take wine off me before, but it's a good question. Did they take the knives out of your car?
Yes. I didn't bring them in.
And I tell you what, one of us played football yesterday, and it wasn't for a very long time either, I'm led to believe. But Lee Montagna went back for Carlton Draft, played football. You played for Castlemaine. Mm-hmm. And how did it go?
Hello, Nath. Hello, boys. No, it was, a beautiful day for footy. I was very excited just to give back to the community. You know, it's been
well, you were paid for it, so it's not about giving back.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played. Big turnout. Everyone was very excited. The kids were there. My little boy had never seen me play footy, and I was raring to go. Started in the guts and thought I'm on today, ready for a big one. And inside the first minute, got my first touch. Not unusual. Problem was I shanked the kick and tore the quad. And literally that was it for the day. I could not run after that. I tried to hobble. I tried to play, like you, Steve, a bit of Herculean effort. Tried to play on down in the goal square, but I was cooked. And that was it. 15 minutes in, my day was done. The kids were shattered. The fans laughed at me. And
in the first minute.
First kick.
So take us through the play. Take us through the passage. What
After
happened?
the centre bounce, it spilled out wide, half forward, and then I was just lurking in the middle. Got a handball received. Ground ball was clean. Picked it up.
No surprise.
And that's a contested possession. Went to kick it. And at the corner of my eye, I saw a bloke out wide. So I tried to kick it out to him. I shanked it. It went off the side of my boot. No lie. The crowd laughed. They had a giggle. And then I've run off and gone, oh, I think I've done my quaddie. So I tried to jog and I went, oh, yeah, I've done my quad. So I tried to play on Brandy, but I was cactus.
How many people were there?
A few thousand. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to give the cash back? because I played in the Carlton Draft. I had to drive to nil, 5 hours away. They hadn't won for 1,027 days. I was in worse condition than you were. Straight out of COVID, had done nothing but eat dim sims as preparation. Was starting to form into a dim sim with my physique. And I went up there, and in 2.5 hours, 100% game times, 3 stitches in the head, I broke the drought.
Yes.
And I took the cash, and rightfully so. You played a minute. How long's the game go for?
120.
Yeah, well, you need to give $119 worth of minutes back.
I might have to. But we got the win, and that was important.
There's a few conspiracy theories around this, Joey.
Yeah, there is.
Because you leapt up out of your chair just before the run and get a chicken sandwich. I'm thinking you might have been just shitting yourself that someone was going to belt you yesterday.
There was talk of ankle bracelets and ankle Rolexes getting around. You were scared on the midweek rub.
I'm not seeing any ice packs.
Yeah.
Normally you hurt yourself bad.
Well, you know what he's done?
What?
So he's gone in and had a shower at quarter time.
No.
And then he's walked up, so he didn't even support these. They're down a rotation.
What did you have a shower for?
He didn't come back out. He didn't come back out and put a robe on. He went up into the stand or on the, near the 44-gallon drum and sank tinnies.
Didn't
with
even
his mates.
coach. Didn't even coach.
No, you know when Bucks, at least when he done his
When he
spot,
was the
whatever
coach,
did,
yeah, he
he
should've
come
gone.
out and he took the board off the coach.
Yeah, but
and
that was
started
just
taking
inserting
over.
himself.
He did insert himself, but
Yeah.
Joey went up onto the hill and started sinking tins.
Wow.
Is that right,
Can you
Joe?
imagine
Is
how
that right?
disappointed they were? Because they've had Jonathan Brown, they've had Nathan Buckley, they've had Fev play.
Matty Lloyd.
They're getting Joey anyway. And all of a sudden, a minute in.
They did start their pre-game speech by saying we didn't even really want Joey, but he was last pick and we had no choice. Then at quarter time, I got a clip saying, well, now we're down rotations. It's quite a warm day. The boys haven't played in this sort of weather for a while, so we're one short, so he made sure he let everyone know. But they didn't need me. I didn't want to
How
get
much
in the
did they
way,
win
Steve. 70 points.
Jeez, it could have been 50 if you kept playing.
Exactly right.
So
Does Castlemaine pay you or does Carlton Draft pay you?
Carlton Draft.
And I would have thought that at that point you said to Carlton Draft, I'm happy if you transfer that wage onto the Castlemaine Football Club because they probably need it more than me and deserve it.
That's right.
a lot
I
more
might
than
send
me.
an email tomorrow and follow
did
that
you
up.
put any money over the bar? Is it the sort of thing?
Well, there was enough money getting spent for my friends and family. Although what was fair is all my friends and family left at half time. This is true.
This is taking a mockery.
Erin and the kids come. She goes, we're going home. Then my dad came in, shook my hand and said, we're leaving. And my brother made the journey out with his little boy and he left at
So you had
half
a
time as well.
You had a shower.
Yeah, I did.
Mate, this is...
Like, did you not? That would have been awkward.
You got to wait around and have a
I was
shower
by
with the
myself.
boys.
Hang on,
By
showering
myself at half time.
with the rest of the boys after the game would have been awkward anyway.
Yes.
Is that why you wanted to have a shower on your own?
Yes, I got it out of the way at half time when no one was there.
What about what does this mean for the rest of the retired players who've looked at this and gone, geez, this is a great opportunity. I get to, one last time. What a great concept. It's brilliant for local footy. Between you, Kane Corns, Bucks going down in the first minute.
You've got to do the work, though.
You've got to do the work or you have to provide after rather than just rinsing
you
yourself.
dialed it in.
Oh, well, I did the right thing. I drove down Tuesday and
Last
trained
week.
with them. So I did the right thing.
That's
and
not the
luckily
right thing.
I trained with them on Tuesday.
Last week you said I might need to go for a run. Bit late. It's a bit late last week,
I won't
Joey.
be running now for a while.
If the Carlton Draft folds and local clubs are stuffed again, you have to take full responsibility and...
There's a
dear.
questionable preparation. If you've done your quad, if you nicked your quad on the first kick, that means you are not in. You're not ready to play football. But how did you go on the team song? Did you put yourself in the team
Oh,
song?
it was good old Collingwood. The song
So
was
you
good.
refused to sing it?
Good old Castlemaine
Right.
forever. So they wanted to get me in the middle. I said, just...
Because there are more conspiracy
Terror,
theories
terror.
going, you didn't want to wear the jumper for more than a minute.
I was very excited. The 35 on the back. I looked like Nick
He's a
Dacos.
Collingwood supporter.
Yeah, but you've seen the videos going around
He
every time
hates
the
Collingwood
Pies
these
play. He
days.
just sits there looking like he's sucking on lemons.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Collingwood people don't like Joey. As a rule.
A hard rule too. That's in the membership.
Yes, very good. Anyway, move on.
And
That
we
was
did-
a tough day. Anyway.
We did have
Tough
our
day.
second.
Thanks for your sympathy, boys.
No, we'll go for a run tomorrow. That
We
quad
did
looks fine.
Disgraceful.
We did have our second social media veto of the year last year. Did we all see that?
What
No.
happened?
Well, you vetoed your thing, Brownie, which we've discussed. So a couple
That
of
was
weeks
a while ago.
Yeah,
It was
well, so that was
weeks
number
ago.
one. Yeah, you said, Jasper, don't put this on social media.
Well, that was
We're a bit
a question to Chris Newman.
embarrassed. Yeah,
That
that's
was
right.
after the Broady one. I was just like,
Is his name Jasper or Jasper?
Jasper.
Oh.
Last week, Jasper put something up about Joey, saying something about he hates Collingwood or a frown on his face, and they tried to take the mickey. He got it deleted as well. So we've got a second veto.
No, I got
No,
deleted.
this is not on.
No, not the vision, not the social. It was the comment from Jasper, the little smart aleck, that wrote, "Can you tell everyone why you hate Collingwood?" And he wrote it on the thing, and I said, "Jasper, we joke about it in the box, but if you write it, people out there, Collingwood nuffies believe it. They actually believe it." So I just thought, no, that was a step too far from Jasper, who does great things, doesn't he, Brownie?
Mate,
Jasper's doing an amazing job.
The old
he is.
Mickey Roberts doing the 5 goals things. That's 4,000 views off 900,000. 896,000 views that's had.
Can we get it to
How
a
many
million?
times have you
Can
viewed
we
it?
get it
What's
to
that?
a million
How
views?
many times have you viewed it?
No, twice.
Do you reckon that's
I was
your?
too hungover to watch it again.
Do you reckon that's your best edit at Triple M? Like the timing of it,
good.
the fact that you
Yeah.
said, "I'll kick your head for me fifth."
Yeah, the
Do
pain
you
in my
feel like
eyes.
that's your best?
The
Off the
pain
cuff.
in my eyes was sort of meant that I was serious. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't up for any jokes, Mickey Roberts.
You weren't in great shape.
No, I was hurting. But no, it's all good stuff, and that's what you have to do. You have to lean into these things, Brownie.
Well, I feel like it's time for a little bit of feedback because we've been number one pretty much ever since we came together.
Yep.
And at the start of last year, I think it was about round 2, I brought us all in and I said, boys, this is really good. We've never worked together before, yet we've come together 2 weeks in a row, and this is great. We're going really well. And everybody was putting in content ideas. Everybody was coming up with ideas, and they were great ideas as well.
Yep.
And that's what happens. That's how you become number one.
magic.
You make magic. Yep. I feel like we're getting a little bit complacent at the moment. Because Rabsy, who is the producer, has more holidays than anybody. So we've had Joey over the last couple of years. And when he's a new producer with this group and he sends out a message on Wednesday, lads, I'm after your feedback. I've got requests in with Carlton and also Hawthorn. I won't go through specifics, but there were some people involved. Any of those 3 you're keen on? Anyway, so I responded back. And then Jay-Z responded back. I thought, the other 3, they played football. They're pretty invested in this program. They'll get back to us soon. They'll have some sort of inclination of what they'd like to do this week or what we'd like to talk about. Some sort of input.
Anything.
It wasn't until 30 hours later, Steve Johnson comes up on my WhatsApp. I thought, finally, somebody's responded. It says, Ballarat, number 4. And Dale Thomas, 42 minutes later, Ballarat, race 1, number 4. Now, I don't know how you think this goes, you players, but you've got to have some sort of bloody input.
Joey texted me on the side and said, did the jig racing bloke give this to you? I said, no, it's from a mate in Sydney. So
I know you're trying to do every crack at the moment, but just some sort of input into us. I know you're busy getting stabbed and all that sort of stuff and stealing meat. And I know you're doing breakfast at the moment, but you've got to bring some sort of content.
Whose number finishes in 455?
Let's
Well, that's why I didn't respond. Some random who got into the bloody group chat.
And hang on, Nate, after all of this, who did you come up with?
Brett Ratner.
Well, we
Anyone else?
No.
That's it.
There was a couple of others that we said, maybe not.
And we apologise to Jordan Russell. What? You wanted input. Now you want less. What do you want from me, Nathan?
Some sort of input into the program. But you mentioned...
Brownie. Yeah. Speaking of input, Daisy's input. Now, I spent the past 2 days at the Snow, so it's fair to say I hadn't seen a lot of daytime football, but I nestled into I nestled into the couch last night. Turned on Channel 7 because we didn't get Fox Footy. So it was Channel 7. I thought, I can't wait to hear the best special comments man in the business really break this game. Melbourne versus Port. What's going wrong with Melbourne? Can Port Adelaide win the flag? All this stuff. Now, it took until the 3rd quarter before I actually heard his or Luke Darcy's voice. Now, the 2 greats...
Why is that?
Well, why?
Well... I feel like it's time for intervention because Jason Bennett...
You're not going to...
He commentated
you can't
for...
make this personal.
I love Duke. I can't get enough Duke. He's one of the best callers. You're one of the best.
No.
But he just talked for the whole of the first half. And I'm just sitting there and I said to my wife, I said, I've done it. Daisy must be cooked tonight. He mustn't be on. Are you ever going to get a chance to speak on the Channel 7 broadcast?
From 3/4 time onwards is my contract obligation, and that's when I came into it. So, look, there have been cuts across the network, and we know that. Money's tight. So to have sort of a Billy Birmingham type operation like the 12th man when they got boned, maybe this is the future.
Right.
A pound for pound, I'll tell you. And he is a damn good caller, Jason Bennett.
Yes.
But I'd like to hear a little bit more from the co-caller and you as a special comments man. But he is a very good caller.
I just play my role, Nath. When there's a chance to get in, I get in. And when there's not, I just get out the way.
Before we bring Ash in, I know that, Joey, you didn't allow something to go to air last week, but there's already been something go to air about our man Jay-Z this weekend, and we're going to play it for you now.
So they're in a fascinating situation, aren't they? So with Jack Graham, Daniel Rioli, Shai Bolton and Liam Baker all potentially out the door at Richmond, they're looking at an almost unprecedented draft haul of 6 or 7 first-round picks in this year's draft.
Really? Hang on. Who was that on with? Because you just moved on beautifully.
There's an earthquake in Victoria, and it struck just as I said the
they
word.
Did a good 30 minutes on it after that.
Yeah.
Sounded like you were on your toboggan.
But he's not the first person that's gone under with unprecedented. I think Billy Brownless had a crack at it as well.
Anything almost we've ever done, Bill. It has been unreal.
Unprecedented.
And then the Norm Smith medalist, Andrew Embley.
West Coast at the moment are going through unprecedented times.
What is this?
I would just like to listen to Jay-Z's version one more time because I think it's the best version.
Unprecedented.
What's the at the end? Why does that keep catching people out? Well, you want content, though. Stay tuned for next week. Because there's been something in the wings that's taken maybe 3 or 4 weeks of production.
Yeah.
And it will be unveiled next week.
No, I like that.
Unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
Sounds like somebody's going to get a whack. Hey, Triple M Red Z Lending stats. We're going to bring Ash Chua in early because
Chu Man.
this is a massive game today. It was massive for the Bombers last night. Didn't get the job done. The Bulldogs play Adelaide. Let's try and make some sense, Ash, of the bottom half of the 8 and who's going to be playing final.
Well, it is unbelievable, Brownie.
It's almost, what is it, Chu? It's almost.
Would you say it's
almost.
Ash has had a couple of bombs before he come in.
This ladder predictor is doing my bloody head in, I'll tell you that now. But let's just strip it back. We'll zone in on Hawthorn v Carlton.
He stopped to see Leroy on the way.
I did, actually. Leroy is officially on a high. But anyway, you look at the Hawks, right? Really, they need to win all 3 games to give themselves a chance to make the 8. Probably.
Thanks, mate. That'll do.
And but really, they rely on Fremantle.
Let me guess,
I brought Ash in to straighten this up and some sort of.
Let me guess, Carlton got to win some games too.
All right,
Start again.
Show us the machination.
We'll start again, yeah.
Show us the
So
macaronis.
Hawks win all 3. They'll make the 8. They really need Freo, though, to lose 1 or 2.
Oh, so they might miss the 8 still.
Correct. Ideally, Dockers to lose both because Fremantle got a couple of tough games, Joey. They play the Giants away, followed by Port Adelaide at home. So that's a scenario for Hawthorn. Even if they lose today, once again, they need Freo, Daisy, to lose both of those games to give themselves a pulse.
Yep.
And the other one is Carlton. They're in an intriguing situation, best of both worlds. They need to win to secure a spot in the 8. But if they win all 3, they could press for the top 4 as well, Steve. So with the Blues, they've got some bankable games outside of today. They play St Kilda in round 24 and West Coast at Optus Stadium next week.
Glad you cleared that up.
If you can make sense of that at home, you're better than us. We're going to head to a break after that. That was brilliant. I'm glad I changed the whole program to get you on in the first segment. But McDonald's Raymond Water, Triple M, Rocks Footy.
Unprecedented.